What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a top secret product research strategy that no one else is talking about. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about what a winning product actually is and defining that, because I think a lot of you guys don't actually know what a winning product really means or what it looks like or some of the characteristics that encompasses it. Number two, I'm going to talk about all the product research strategies that everyone else is talking about and that are being overused, but that also do have their time and place in terms of usefulness. And lastly, I'm going to actually take a deep dive into my computer and show you this strategy so you can go ahead and start researching new products and finding high potential products today as soon as you finish watching this video. All right, so real quick, let's define what a winning product actually is. Right? So a winning product in my eyes is something that is profitable early on, right? It has enough markup and enough margin for you to be profitable with your marketing efforts, whether that is your paid marketing or your organic marketing. And number two, it has to be something scalable and in a very big market, right? You can sell products profitably in a small market, in a very, very niche market, but it's not going to scale to a level that is going to be able to replace your full-time income or get you to that 6-7 figure annual income that you probably want in building your own business. And so again, number one is profitability early on, right? Early signs of profitability with your marketing, whether that's paid or organic marketing. Number two, it has a very, very big market so that it can sustain scale over a longer period of time, right? So how are people actually teaching you how to find these winning products? Well, one of these methods is simply going on TikTok or on Facebook or on Instagram and trying to find products that other people are already selling. And that's a great method to get proof of concept. But the problem with that is that if you sell a product that everyone else has already seen and is looking at, you have to sell it in a much better way, through better marketing, through better advertising, through a better website and landing page experience. And not everyone truly knows how to do that or has the budget to be able to create an environment that is truly superior to all of the other competition on the marketplace. So what I suggest that you do instead is try to find that product that everyone is looking for and find a similar product to it that no one else is marketing, that you can create your own somewhat of a blue ocean for that product. And so while all of these strategies that are being taught to you might have some viability and they might make sense in certain circumstances, if you are a beginner and you haven't found that winning product yet, you do want to go after products that are already being sold, but you want to find unique products that are going to be easier to get into the marketplace with and that aren't going to have too much competition. So that brings me into the last topic, which is what is this strategy that we're going to be getting into? So on my computer screen, I have a website called Micro Acquire. Now, for those of you that don't know, when you build up an e-commerce business or any business for that matter, you're building an asset that is exitable, right? Meaning that you can list it on a marketplace for buyers and sellers. And if your company is set up in a way where it's self-sustaining, you have a team in place, or even if you don't have a team in place, but it's making a lot of money and someone else can also make a lot of money with it, they might be willing to pay you a lot of money to acquire that company. So that being said, it creates all of these marketplaces and all of these exchanges where buyers and sellers are actively listing and purchasing brands. And what's involved in a business sale and the e-commerce side of things is a lot of times transparency on what's going on behind the scenes with the business, what products they sell, what industry they're in, what revenue they've done. And a lot of times the revenue and profit is actually verifiable. And the proof is through the submissions of screenshots and cost of goods and all these things. So a lot of these platforms will actually verify that these revenue numbers are truly accurate. So you know that no one here is bullshitting you, right? So that being said, how do we use this to our advantage, right? Well, we want to actually look for the companies that have done really well, like this one here, and see what the heck they're selling, right? So they're selling electric scooter and motorcycles. Now you might be intimidated and say, I don't want to sell that, that's too expensive. And that's fine, because there's so many other companies out here, right? There's peak summer season, patio furniture, inflatable spas, hot tubs, etc. So this is actually a very cool industry. So you can go on AliExpress and look up maybe inflatable hot tub. And as you can see, it might be a price point that you look at and you're a little bit intimidated to sell products here. But I know people that sell products that are $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. I've gotten multi-thousand, even 5-figure orders on some of my businesses that sold products that were less than $100. And so don't be intimidated by price points. As long as you know that there is a big market for it and you know that there's demand for it, which there is. If there's search volume, there's competitors that are selling these things, then just try to find one that might be a little bit cheaper or try to provide a good experience like we just talked about. Now, again, that being said, I probably wouldn't recommend selling something like this if you're a complete beginner. So let's continue to look for some other businesses. So these guys are selling a proprietary party card game which is really cool. They say, high profitability. I mean, I'd say 50% margins is very, very profitable. And they're actually trademarked. Now, the cool thing about that is you don't have to sell the product that they're selling exactly like I just talked about. You can sell a similar product to it. So if we look at Party Card Game, why is the microphone blinking yellow? So if you look up Party Card Game, you can actually see all of these different ideas. So let's say we click on this top one that has the most orders. 2,000 orders isn't even that much in terms of the scheme of things and the total addressable market for a product like this. And so when you look at it, you look at the cards, the designs, you're like, this could be a really, really cool product to sell, whether it's with paid ads or organically. And you might never have even known about the product until you actually stumble across it, right? So this one is for couples, it looked like, for young married couples, which is a giant market, and there's always new young married couples coming into fruition. And so if you can kind of intercept that and say, hey, do you want to re-spark the relationship, or do you want to re-spark, the love and intimacy within your relationship? Well, perfect. We have a $20 deck of cards that can help you do that, right? So the alternative is you get our $20 deck of cards and it salvages your marriage, or it keeps things spicy or fun, or you pay thousands of dollars in, divorce attorneys and therapy and all these things, right? That's a very extreme marketing angle, but there's a lot of very, very creative things you can do with this. And again, we're just looking at competitors, seeing what they're selling and trying to find similar or even exact replicas of those products, or the same exact products that they're selling if they're not trademarked or patented, and simply just going out and selling them, right? We're putting products that people are already buying, that people are already interested in front of that market who is interested in it, right? But maybe a product has a slight deviation or that has a unique value proposition compared to what everyone else is selling. So that is pretty much it for today's video. I hope you got a ton of value out of it, and I hope you could think a little bit more creatively the next time that you're going to do your product research. And if you got any value out of it, I'd appreciate it if you left a thumbs up on this video. Leave a comment down below on what you want to see in future videos. And of course, as always, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.